Hey guys, so it's Michelle from Resistance Chicks. This is our little tree out here. If I had my shoes on, I would take you outside to see we have these really hilarious lights out front. Here, look. They you can't really see them that well. Don't comment. Do not. It looks better from the front. It's just been a crazy, but we've got a thing. Here, I'm going to show you. I am going to go ahead and show you. You can't really see it very well from the window here. Okay, I'm just going to take outside. Hey y'all, how you doing? Wait, I don't have any shoes on. Okay, wait, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Yeah, we did do that. That's, yep, baby Jesus and Mary. And so I bought that yesterday. It projects onto the house. Yeah, did do that. Definitely outside of the norm of something that we would do. We try to keep it a little bit more traditional around here, but we went untraditional with that last night. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. It wasn't on purpose. It was because we went to 3 different stores that were sold out of Christmas lights last night. That's what they had. So I bought it. All right. So I want to give you guys a little 5-minute election update here, because we're not doing a show tonight. I actually had to do some bookkeeping. I usually do it the first of the month, but because we've been so busy, I'm about 7 days late on that. All the bills are paid and everything's good to go now. So anyhow, I told Leah, I said, I got to go on there and I got to tell them we're not doing a show. And she goes, well, why would you be telling them we're not going to do a show? Like, why would you not just go on and just give them an update? And I said, well, I have to tell them we're not doing a show because I told them I would, and we've been kicked off of our other YouTube channel. So what if they worry? So I think about you guys, and I feel, and I'm in your shoes. So anyway, it's because I was thinking about you, worried that you would be worried about us, because we didn't do a show tonight, because we've been doing them literally every single night since the election. And I think that taking an evening or a day off from filming today was really good for me mentally, even though I spent the whole day in front of the computer. Oh, speaking of computers, and I am going to get to the election update here in a second. Leah, we had a very generous viewer that donated a significant amount of money for us to be able to get another computer. And so we have. Leah and Kansas went today and got something that it's for gaming. So it has like all these specs that should make it so we don't crash, and it should be the bee's knees. And I spent 2 hours last night getting what we need. I got a soundboard, and, we're going to have a second mic, and I think I'm going to be able to hook up Leah's system to it. And oh my gosh, my brain is fried. So yes, our systems should be getting up and running here very, very shortly. If not tomorrow, the next day for sure, we should have a good setup going. And we bought some security stuff so that we're going to be good and set there, so that we're going to be untouchable, unhackable, uneverythingable. So really excited about that. All right, so let's get to the nitty gritty. There's not a whole lot to give here, and you guys probably already know the stuff that I'm going to say, but just in case. Georgia has dismissed Sidney Powell's case. She's not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. You should not be worried about it. She is obviously appealing. She thinks that we're going to be in the Supreme Court this week. By this week. So the Kraken is definitely going to get released. Donald Trump has come out, and he's pretty much saying there's going to be a lot of big stuff that comes out this week. We have the case is proved. I mean, those are like the exact words that he used. The case has been proved. So now it's just a matter of logistics. Speaking of the Supreme Court, let's talk about Pennsylvania for a second. The senator and congressman that have brought the case there, here's the good news. Alito has now bumped it up so that case has to be kind of coming to him. It was supposed to be Wednesday. I think he moved it up till tomorrow, I think. So that's really exciting. He is eager and chomping at the bit because he knows there's a timeline issue here that has to be addressed. My optimistic side says that if Amy Coney Barrett was going to recuse herself, I don't think he'd be chomping at the bit like, bring it to us. Leah pointed out something really cool. She said Amy Coney Barrett does not need to recuse herself, at least from this case, and here's why. And this may be the case for the criminal. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. I sound like Joe Biden, but I'm going to actually say what I want to say. Let me finish the Pennsylvania thing. She doesn't need to recuse herself because this is a congressman and a senator. This is not the presidential election. They did not appoint her. Okay. Yes, it will favorably affect the Trump campaign, this decision in Pennsylvania, but they have such a solid case. If you missed watching Mark Levin last night, since we're not doing a show, I'm going to suggest to you go into the YouTube and put in Mark Levin 12/6/2020. He explains Pennsylvania so beautifully. It was an excellent show. But I think it's going to get seen and heard before the Supreme Court. I think Amy Coney Barrett will rule on it, and I think it's going to go the right way. So I want you to feel confident about that. Now, what I was getting to with Amy Coney Barrett recusing herself, we're talking about a couple of different things here. And we addressed this on the show yesterday, but I'm going to reiterate it. With Sidney Powell, she is taking a criminal stance. She's coming at it from the criminal side where people will get prosecuted and go to jail. Like, this was wrong, this is wrongdoing. If that gets before the Supreme Court, again, if they focus more on the criminal aspect of it, then again, Amy Coney Barrett doesn't need to recuse herself because it's not so much the presidential election, but it's the criminal aspect there. Rudy Giuliani has tested positive for COVID. He is doing well. Unfortunately, the Arizona legislative body has decided to take a week break because of this. I'm not really sure why, but okay, whatever. They could resume things via Zoom call, but they want it to be in person. Do not be looking at tomorrow's date, the 8th, that everyone kept talking about. It has to be the 8th. It has to be the 8th. That's not even, they say it's not set in stone, it's set in clay. It's not even set in clay. And then again, when we're looking at the 14th, again, that's not set in stone for two reasons. One, the Constitution says that these legislative bodies can convene at whatever day they so choose to pick their electoral college votes, right? So that's number one. That can go all the way up until January 20th, essentially. Then with Sidney Powell and her cases, the criminal cases, that can go beyond. Even if Joe Biden, and it's not going to happen, even if Joe Biden were to be installed as president, if the criminal cases get proved or proven after the fact, then he gets taken out of the White House later on. That could go on like a year, from now, whatever. That's a non-issue. But I think it's going to get heard really, really quickly. And I think that we're going to see a lot come out in the next few days. The evidence is still overwhelmingly piling up. Is that a proper sentence? So just be encouraged. I have not had time to look and see what is on the docket for tomorrow. There really wasn't anything for today. If there are hearings or press conferences, I will be bringing that to you live. Aside from that, I'm hoping that Leah, if there aren't either of those things, then Leah and I will be bringing you a show in the evening to give you more in-depth updates as far as what is going on in the developments. So just for tonight, I wanted to let you know everything's fine. We decided to just take a day off from streaming, but we were devoting the day to Resistance Chicks essentially because Leah in Kansas spent so much time at Micro Center getting us an excellent system. So I want you to be excited about that. Let's see. I heard January 6th was the date. Yes, Alan, there are so many dates that people are throwing out. None of these dates are set in stone except for January 20th. And that's a fact. There's a lot that's going to happen. I'm actually really excited and kind of on the edge of my seat watching some sort of amazing world-altering, life-changing sport. And just to see how it unfolds, knowing that my team will win in the end. John White says, hello, all. Check out Tucker tonight. It's China. I'm going to be honest. I haven't been watching a lot of Tucker. I don't think I've really watched Tucker much since the election at all. Maybe some clips here and there. I've moved to Newsmax. as my source for just sitting down and, mindlessly watching things. Judge Janine the other day was amazing. Hannity's still good. Lou Dobbs, I'm all over watching Lou Dobbs. He's amazing. He's an American hero. I hope that Trump calls him out, because he doesn't usually call out Lou. So there's not a whole lot to give. I'm sure there's some other small things that I could throw in here, but it's not that important. Tomorrow's going to be big. The rest of this week is going to be huge. Trump even tweeted out that daytime Fox News was unwatchable. It was like CNN. And he even said, he's like, even just watch some sort of boring football game where the people are taking a knee would be better than watching this stuff. And I just cracked up at that. I love my president so much. And he will be our president for 4 more years. So anyway, all right, this was far more than a 5-minute election update. Yeah, working on 11 minutes. We love you guys. Please leave your comments on this video and in all of our other videos. We should be back on Mass Faith 3. If we're not live streaming there, we should at least be uploading there by the end of this week, by Sunday at the very, very latest. So I'm excited about that. So much is coming out. We just guys, give it some time. Just hold the line. Keep praying. Keep believing God. Do not listen. I'm telling you, I do not allow any of this negativity inside of me. I don't listen to it. I shut it out. I go and I look at the facts, and I don't listen to the lies. It's not worth it. I got to stay solid in my faith in Jesus Christ, knowing what he has said, and knowing that in this instance here in our nation, justice will prevail. We live in a nation with liberty and justice for all. That's a covenant between us, the American people, and God. God is not going to allow that to fall, especially when so many righteous Americans have risen up as a result of all of this. Okay. John says, I know about Fox, but tonight look at Tucker. Okay, we'll do it. I promise. I will definitely check out Tucker. God's not going to let that fall. America will never cease to be a land of liberty and justice for all. And so we know how this is gonna end up. We know it's like reading the end of the Bible, you know the end of the story. America is a righteous nation, and it is not gonna topple. And I'm telling you, we're living in amazing times. This is gonna clean up everything that we've been praying. This right here, right now, is an answer to all of our prayers, to all of your prayers that we've been praying for decades for our nation to come back to Christ. We talk about an awakening a sleeping giant. And what that sleeping giant is the body of Christ. We are awake. We are stronger than we have been in so long. And the left didn't know what they were doing, what they were attacking, what they were coming against. And they're about to find out just how powerful our God is, and just how much justice he metes out to those that would come against this nation that was founded upon Jesus Christ. All right, I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. No idea when. I'll try to post it on Facebook or on Twitter or somewhere if something is going to happen. But a lot of times it's just so fast, and I got to just get down there because they keep this stuff secret. Have you noticed that? Like when Rudy was at the Georgia hearing the other day for the second hearing, I was there for the first one, and no one knew Rudy was going to be at the second one. It's so crazy. All right. No, the beast is not winning, Mark. Oh my gosh. You have to know, you have to see. Sorry, I'm reading comments. If you're watching this on another platform after Patriot Gallery uploads it, I'm reading some comments here that are live. Those of us that are listening to the Holy Spirit and can see beneath what the surface seems to be telling us, it's so loud we can't get it out of our heads just how much God is moving and doing and winning, and they're all going to perish through this. It's not wishful thinking. I have to tell you, it's within my very soul and my gut. Like, you would just as soon be able to tell me that my name is not Michelle and this is not my family and I don't live in this house. Like, that's how much I know it. I just know it. And yes, keep praying for Rudy that he has a swift recovery. Leah said, they shouldn't have attacked Rudy with this stuff because Remember when Trump went through his treatment, he was getting all those steroids and stuff, and he was like, man, I feel better than I have in a long time. Leah was like, they shouldn't do that because now Rudy's going to come out like fighting like a, like a champ if they put him on steroids and stuff like that. He'll come out swinging. All right, I really am going to sign off this time. I love you guys. Be blessed for the rest of this evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Melody Hart says, please hear the letter from Kim Clement on Trey Smith. It is for now. Excellent, excellent word. All right, good night, guys. God bless.